I am so grateful for my American family helping us navigate the challenges we faced as refugees. As refugees, we qualified for food stamps and got a subsidized apartment, but that meant we had to get jobs and pay the rest of our living expenses. I had to grow up fast and start looking for work. Lucky for us, the auto industry was strong in Michigan, and after a couple of months, I started working at Trident Manufacturing, a supplier to the major automotive corporations. In Kosovo, I was going to school to become a teacher, and I knew that now that we were in America, I would have to completely start over. So I viewed this job as a temporary, a necessary way to bring me income to pay my part of the expenses my family and I split. In addition to paying for living expenses in the US, we all pooled our money to help our family in Kosovo. Because although the war was over, the country was completely ravaged. Working in the factory motivated me to go to school even more. After about a year, I started taking classes at the local community college during the day while working night shift in the factory. Going back to school was the best decision I made. School for me was the best place to be. I felt rescued from the atmosphere of the factory, and now for the first time I could see the light again. I wanted to go to school full time, but could not afford to pay for rent and school. Eventually, the company promoted me as an inspector. This job was a higher paying job, and I was super excited until I started having skin issues and respiratory issues. The doctor told me that I had developed a breathing condition from my job and I had to stay away, but I could not. I had to continue working. During this time in my life, I was doing what I had to do. I had no time for a personal life or anything resembling a social life of any kind. But nonetheless, school kept me sane. Even though I was only taking one or two classes at a time, I was missing some days at work because of doctor appointments. Eventually, the company laid me off and I was without an income. Even though I was devastated, that was the opportunity I needed to go to school full time. Thankfully, I learned about financial aid from my international friends and was able to apply for financial aid and got grant money and student loans. It seemed like my life was finally headed in the right direction.